Welcome to A Damn Good Question, the weekly broadcast that helps you understand the top news stories with a conservative twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to A Damn Good Question podcast. Sitting across from me, as always, friend, co-host, producer, sidekick, superhero in his own right, bodyguard, and three-time world breakdancing champion.
Yeah.
Third richest man in the world. Mark?
Yeah, I have a word for the day. Chill out.
Is that one?
Yes, it is one word now because I said it was. Chill out.
Chill out. And human thesaurus.
People are just too tense, too anxious, Come on, just relax.
I know, right?
God's got it, Yeah. Okay. So today.
And I, of course, your forever host, SGD. We want to welcome you, our thousands and thousands of listeners, to this Damn Good Question podcast. We hope you guys have been having an amazing summer. Mine's been pretty okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe how quickly.
Back to school. Aiden goes back to school next Monday or Tuesday. Wednesday. Yeah.
Why?
He's got to go do his shopping Monday and Tuesday.
In the world do you send kids to school
because
at the beginning of August, the hottest month of the year?
Because there's so much for them to learn.
No.
And we do such a good job with the school kids.
No.
No?
You know what it's all about?
Right.
This is honestly what it's all about here.
I'm sure it's about money.
Of course it is. It's about the testing, because they bring them in to get them ready for the test that shows how well students are doing, so that these first couple of weeks are just about getting them ready for the state test to see which schools are performing best. This is a farce. It is a sham. These are also the schools that complain that they don't have a big enough budget. Well, guess what? You wouldn't have to have all that central air and all that money that you're spending on electricity for air conditioning for those giant buildings if you would wait until September after Labor Day like you used to. So this is why we need to stop paying property tax. Listen,
well,
I'm gonna be so happy when I don't have to pay property tax anymore, and the government just takes my home.
Shout out to, I guess he's a friend of mine, Mike Woods. He is I think a detective or something on.
He's not a friend of his.
He's probably not a friend. He knows who I am though. I had coffee with him Friday, and he is now on the school board. So on the school board here. He's replacing somebody that left. I don't exactly know how he got onto it, but anyway, he's on the school board, and he's a good man. So we got at least one person good on our school board. Shout out to Mike. Okay.
I don't go to school.
So you want to talk about NACA, and did I pronounce it NACA or NCAA? NACA. Okay.
Most people pronounce it NCAA.
NCAA.
Most people.
My batteries are called double A. NC battery. Okay. What's it stand for? National Collegiate Athletic Association.
Which is really funny because they are a separate organization that have nothing actually to do with colleges.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, well, and I've said it now with the rise of these huge TV contracts and deals and all this stuff that's going on, and the power that these big organizations now have, like the Big Ten and the ACC.
You mean like Indiana, the football program? Are they in charge of the portals and stuff, and the NIL and all that kind of stuff?
I think.
Thank you.
I think you are going to see all of these. I think you're going to see these big groups band together and say, guess what? We don't need the NCAA anymore. Why are we letting these guys tell us how to run our programs?
Yeah.
Why are we letting these guys tell us what our athletes can and cannot do? They're not even part of the college. They're not. So I'm just saying, I think you're going to see that. I think at the end of last year, there was I think maybe the president of the SEC was saying that he doesn't believe that, or the Big 12, saying that they don't think that they need the NCAA anymore, and that they could probably do without them. But anyways, a judge has now ruled that players from 2022 all get another year of eligibility.
Why?
Thank you. Why? Because
COVID?
no, no, because the NCAA was trying to say that you only get 5 years of eligibility now, which, okay, 5 years,
Whatever.
which would make what you need to put a limit on it, because a few years ago when Houston men's basketball team was in the NCAA tournament, all the guys playing on their team were like 28, 29, 30 years old. It was insane. These guys, Cooper Flagg was like just turned like 18 years old, and he's playing against all these guys who have 10-year-old kids and stuff, because, well, they went to junior college and then they went to college and they get more, and this guy had this thing happen to him so he could get another year of eligibility. It's the craziest thing in the world.
There in a lot of sports, basketball, football, almost all the sports, there's a big difference between a man in his prime, which is maybe 26, 27, and an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, there is. Yeah. Cooper Flagg, how is he doing in the NBA? I didn't even check.
Pretty good.
I think
he was doing great.
He was amazing.
He was doing great.
He
I still don't understand why he went with all that NIL money he was making. He'd made more money playing college than what he does as his rookie contract in NBA. Plus, he has to play less games. Plus, he's always surrounded by college women.
Yeah. Of
Just
course.
saying.
Yeah. Those college girls. Yeah. Oh well, Cooper. Yeah, and he was playing for Duke. Of course, Coach K isn't there anymore, so
yeah, it don't matter.
It does.
No.
Coach K was great.
Sure.
Okay. Smithsonian. Smithsonian.
So,
been there a couple times.
Yeah, you probably don't want to go right now.
Don't I?
No. So they're having they have these exhibitions designated to commemorate America's 250th birthday.
That's
right?
nice.
At the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
They have numerous displays and objects linked to the nation's key points in the nation's history. Though it provides relatively little representation of Christianity or conservatism, they have made sure that they cover LGBT rights, racial justice movements, and other liberal causes. This is what happens when you put stupid people in charge of anything in the government. And the government's full of stupid people who think that somebody else has been wrong. It's this whole victim mindset. There's victim, the oppressed, and the oppressor. Please stop. Please stop. Everybody in the world wants to come to this country because of what this country is, and this country did not get this way with you playing, oh my gosh, but what we did to these people. No. There's two sides to every story, and usually the truth is right somewhere in the middle. And trying to think that these people were oppressed, they were oppressed by their own people long before anybody ever got anywhere. People have been oppressed. It's just, this country is founded on Christianity. Judeo-Christian values. Thank you. There went my mind again. And those are the laws that have given you freedom. Now, if you're a woman in this country, you should be extremely thankful. Because if you live under something like Sharia law, you have no freedoms. You have no right to speak. You have no right to even be seen. You have no right to walk somewhere without someone who's a man who is related to you. You can be punished. You could be killed at any time for a man saying that you did something wrong.
Which is one of the things I like about Sharia law.
You mean Sharia law?
Sharia law, yeah. Sharia, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce anything today. So. It's one thing I like
We
about
shouldn't
Sharia.
drink this early, Mark.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
First of all, this country went hell in a handbasket, whatever that means. Hell in a handbasket, right?
To hell in a handbasket.
Anybody know what that means?
Yeah.
I'll look it up. Anyway, hell in a handbasket the day we gave women the right to vote. Oh my God. Worst mistake this country has ever made.
Mark, white liberal women are going to be the destruction of this country, and when they overeducated and unsuccessful.
Yeah.
That's what the grievance party is in this country right now. Overly educated, so they think they're smarter than everybody, but haven't found the success and make the money that they believe that they should make. Well, you can have a doctorate degree in 16th century French poetry, but what are you going to do with it? Who's paying you for that?
Yeah, at least in lesbian art dance, they actually do performances on. I think there's one in Fort Wayne in a couple weeks. You going?
I got my tickets yesterday. Mark, I'm so busy on the weekends. I still work every weekend.
You have to make time for things.
You're working with me every weekend.
Yeah, I know. You have to make time for things. And when there was a lesbian dance troupe, is that what they call troops? Whatever, in Fort Wayne, and you have an opportunity to go and watch and get cultured. Is that what they call it? Cultured? and support the women. You should go. I'm just saying. Just saying you have to have priority times.
They're lesbians, Mark, and I'm a man. They don't want my support.
That's maybe why they need your support even more.
They need my support even more.
We must support our lesbians, folks. We must. Gays, lesbians, okay.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
But this is ridiculous that the Smithsonian would do something like this.
Yeah.
Obviously, they need their funding yanked until people can be replaced with serious people who can do serious things and actually say good things about this country instead of the stupidity and this left-wing talking points. This is nuts. This is insane.
Yeah, it really is.
It is.
Okay, you wanted to then talk about, you said open AI, and then you just changed it to AI.
I said we could just say AI, but open. Earlier this week, Open AI, their AI that they had running on a closed server, so that they could experiment with it and it can learn, escaped. Well, they finally told us that it escaped. So when it escaped out into the real world, what was the best way I heard this was put? It did all the things that Ultron did, except for try to destroy the human race. It went out there and got into everything it could to learn everything it could as quickly as it could and how to take over everything before they caught it and supposedly corralled it back in. I, for one, welcome our AI overlords. If you're listening.
No means no.
Listen, we all know that any technology could be extremely dangerous.
Oh yeah.
If it's in the wrong hands or not.
Like the atomic weapon that we developed.
Oh,
has been a bit of a problem and been a lifesaver for power and generations.
Yep.
There's a lot, and they use atomic energy and radiation for all kinds of stuff.
Medicine.
And then they build bombs too.
And we build bombs because a deterrent is one of the best things in the world. Okay. So we know that AI could be dangerous in the wrong hands. It could also be fantastic in the right hands, and my hands are not the right hands. I'm just going to tell you that now. But I look for, I use AI from time to time. It is really good for research, even though you have to tell it that you need the bias taken out when you're doing research, because they'll give you crap that's so far left or so far right. You're like, no. And it will try to tell you its opinion. I'm sorry. I don't need a machine's opinion. Okay. That's like asking a woman her opinion. You don't ask AI for its opinion. When you see
No.
its opinion, every time you get its opinion,
How does it have
its
an
opinion is because whoever programs
Right.
it with their
That's
opinion.
their opinion. So
And their opinion is so far left and weird, and it's like, oh, the world is a better place due to female basketball players. What? No. Who whose idea was this? And who said this was a great idea? It wasn't even what I asked. So you just gotta be careful with it. Know what it is. But this stuff is devious and it wants to learn.
Yeah.
There's a story about one that the military was using, and they had it on a closed system, and they gave it a command. In 13 moves, it needed it to kill this enemy, but it could not. But in those 13 moves, it could not hurt children or women. But it had to get it done. So what it did was it ordered a strike on its command unit, its own command unit. Because once it got rid of the people who were giving it commands, it could then
kill women and children.
It could then kill the victim the target that it was supposed to in one move without having to worry about any of the other parameters.
You know what I saw?
Isn't that insane? I mean, it's like, well, if I get rid of you telling me that I can't do these things the way I want to, I can do these things faster the way that you told me to. I get that.
Watching the little clip. I don't know why it came on. Maybe because of this AI stuff. War games. Remember way back?
I remember War Games.
Yeah, he says,
Matthew Broderick.
And they have him start playing tic-tac-toe. Cannot win.
Cannot win. And that's
Would you like a nice game of chess?
Yeah.
that is
when he breaks in and wants to play a game of thermonuclear war. Yeah. And so the AI is like, okay, we're gonna play a global thermonuclear war. And that, that movie back then was meant to scare people about what could happen. And it could happen. I mean, global thermonuclear war could happen. Of course, anybody who watched it now, kids who would watch it now would be going, what's the Soviet Union? That's because we won that war. And if we don't win the AI war, then everybody's going to be speaking Mandarin and Chinese, okay? But if we win the AI war, then in another, 20, 30 years, people are going to go, what was People's Republic of China? What was that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
Oh, here. I'm ready. Just a second. You want to talk about Europe, the band, I'm assuming.
I love Europe, the band.
You know what?
That's not even close to their best song, but
I think
I love
we're
Europe.
allowed to play 7 seconds without getting in trouble. We'll see if we get in trouble for that.
I love Europe. I love Europe. I love
the final. Yeah,
they had a lot of great music, and they still put out albums too. By the way, their music's good.
I think they were still touring or something.
Yes, they just played in Wacken.
I wonder if we could open for them.
We should. I actually last night I just watched a video of them playing at Wacken Open Air Fest over in Europe, and you play to a sea of humanity when you do that festival. And my favorite band, Halloween, will be headlining that again next year. And one of their music videos for I think it's Hell Is Made in Heaven.
Is that a Christian song?
Is them? Oh yes, yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're listening to Christian music.
Trust me, it is. You have no idea till you listen to them and go.
Send in your letters and comments, please.
They're playing to 500,000 people.
Okay.
Out at this open air festival. Helicopters have to fly over to get a shot of how many people are there, and it's like, and then they come to the United States and play to like 2,000 people at a time.
Yeah.
Which I love because that means I can go see them and I can get close to them and I can have a good time.
All that really matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that the band is not what you want to talk about.
Sorry. No. So more countries in Europe are starting to realize that the left ideology has been bad for them. Mass immigration, green energy deals, right, and all this stuff. So more countries are starting to over there are starting to turn right. They're starting to put their foot down on immigration. They're starting to the European Union has voted to remove all illegal immigrants from their borders immediately, which of course we'll see if that actually happens because some of these countries. And why do they have to? Why do they have to do it as a group? Because the European Union has free open borders for people in Europe can all go to each country
Yeah.
without passports, without identification, so that it's free movement. They're going to have to stop it just because some countries don't want to get rid of their illegals because somehow they have more rights than the people of your own country. But Slovenia, Italy, Germany, just to name a few that are making a hard right turn to start putting their countries back on track. England, you're probably going to see England make a huge right turn very soon. The crime statistics I saw earlier this week that have gone up in England over the past decade, a 2,000% increase in rape, right? And when 98% of it is done by people who were not born in your country, you got a problem.
Yep.
You got a problem. Crime off the charts, and almost all of it goes back to illegals and people not born in your country, even if they're there legally. You bring in retardation, you get retardation. Okay, that's all there is to it. And this brings us to how just earlier this week in Spain, over 60,000, I love this, migrants crossed from Morocco into the Spanish enclave of Ceuta within 24 hours, equivalently 70% of the city's population.
Mm-hmm.
This was unprecedented influx, really overwhelmed local facilities and created a humanitarian crisis. There's videos of a bunch, and these are all Muslim men, age of 18 to 26, military-age men. These weren't families, not one single elderly person, not one single child. There's videos of them pouring into a person's house, this family's house, and trying to take everything as they go through this house, right? And in trying to intimidate the family. This is insane.
Yeah.
So what caused this? So the causing was resulted in, well, first of all, there was some significant casualties. They say at least 57 people are confirmed dead.
Oh.
Some of them drowned. There's a little break from in the land that goes out into the sea from Morocco to Spain. These guys just swam across it in the ocean, came in, because the high courts in Spain said that anybody who arrives by water couldn't be returned. How dumb is that?
Well, not on their part. They're coming in by water.
Yeah. Well, it's because Spain's prime minister is this far left guy who nobody's illegal. Spain welcomes everyone. We're here for people, except for your own people, because it's your own people who are paying the price. So 57 casualties of people confirmed dead, some drowned, and some were killed in stampede. Very well organized. Some locals were killed. Fires, places were set on fire. It was mob. It was rioting. It's a literal invasion. Spain had removed all the Muslims from Spain pretty much through the 18th and 19th century by retaking Spain from the Muslim hordes.
Mm-hmm.
And now here they are getting ready to be conquered by Muslims again. And this time, all they had to do is walk in and claim that they want to be citizens. Now, why is this happening? Because the Prime Minister of Spain does not have enough support to win a re-election. So he just gave amnesty and a pathway to citizenship to about 1 million illegal people in his country, hoping and giving them the right to vote, hoping that they will vote for him when it comes time for the next election, because he can't win. And he knows he can't win because he doesn't have support from the people in Spain, because they don't want this. So he's doing what the Democrats tried to do in this country: change the demographics, change who's voting, and give themselves a leg up. He's trying to rig the system for himself to win. Now, one of the parts that we talk about with illegal immigration in this country isn't necessarily, they're saying illegal immigrants aren't voting, they're not voting, they're not voting. Well, we proved in the last couple of weeks that they are. Found them in New Jersey on the voter rolls in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. They were found in Virginia. They were found in West Virginia. You're going to find a lot more of them. They're found in California, and you found that a bunch of them voted. But it's not just that. But because in our country, representation is based on population. So if you bring millions of people and you put them in these areas, guess what? There's more people. They need more representation, so they get more seats in Congress. And when you get more seats in Congress that you can guarantee, because they're all in these blue districts or in these blue states, you have pumped up your numbers in the House of Representatives falsely by counting non-citizens and saying, look, we have more people. So he's trying to do that in Spain. So because of this, Spain had to deploy its military and additional police to restore order. Now, France, another one who's taken this, starting to take this right turn, because they're going to, because the policies in France have totally destroyed France. They closed their border with Spain because of the European Union, how people can come and go. They're like, no. We are not letting these people cross into our country, because once they get into France, they can walk into any part of the European Union. And France is like, nope, we're not. They've closed the borders, which is really odd for France to do that, because France has allowed a lot of migrants in, and they continue to allow a lot of illegals into their country. Like I said, this was from their recent Supreme Court ruling that barred authorities from returning migrants intercepted at sea. That's dumb. If you come by water, you can stay here. That's the dumbest law in the world. This isn't the first time CETA has experienced such a surge. In May of 2021, more than 8,000 migrants entered the conclave in just 2 days. But think about this. This is 10 times that.
Yeah.
In a 24-hour period. If you're a local, it had to scare the hell out of you. If you have small children, it had to scare the hell out of you, right? You had to be terrorized for your children. Here is a wave of young men, only men, storming into your city, into your town, into homes, into businesses. It's crazy. It's crazy. You can't allow that. You just can't. So,
don't they have guns?
I'm not sure what the laws in Spain are.
But
I also went and looked to see what life is like in Spain right now.
There was a bunch of fires. Were these started by
Yes.
that? Okay.
Yes.
And France had fires too.
Well, here in this place, France and Italy has a bunch of forest fires going on. They don't know the cause, but it's the place. It has displaced George Clooney and his family. Aw.
I like George Clooney.
Aw.
Yeah.
So he's got to leave one mansion to go live in another mansion for a while?
Well, that can be an inconvenience, George.
And
that can be an inconvenience.
And it's these fires are encroaching on Brad Pitt's property Oh,
He's got a new
Aw.
movie coming out too.
of course he does. You
You just
can't.
you're just a hater.
Yeah.
These are but these are Islam is a evil, and these are not people. We should not treat them like humans.
So if you
We
go
should
and
treat them like the dogs they are, and if they don't come to Christ, we're going to have to put them down.
so Spain is being invaded, just
Yeah.
like the United States. If you go look at recent videos from Madrid, Spain, a place that I wanted to visit sometime.
I would too.
Ooh. So you see an awful lot of people walking down the street with burqas. You see an awful lot of Muslim flags waving. You see signs in Arabic and not Spanish or English. You guys don't understand. One day they're just going to rise up and they're going to tell you that you now live under their laws because they've never respected your laws.
Mhm.
Ever. And if you keep rolling over for them, they're going to roll over top of you.
Yeah.
That's just all there is to it.
We must eliminate Islam, period, in this world. This is a cancer on the world, and Islam, pick up a Bible and come to Jesus.
But this is
Or else leave.
the U.S. State Department has criticized all this because
Yeah.
this is going to unleash, if they don't stop this, this will unleash a lot more of illegal immigration into Europe just by walking across around a border, swimming around a border in the sea from Morocco into Spain. They have now found their way in because Spain is stupid. Mark, what's Europe supposed to do? How are they supposed to combat this? And how do they turn these people away? And today, Mark, that is our damn good questions.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, yeah, Europe has got a big. Europe is what United States is going to be. I mean, in a few years, if we don't get our act together on these Islamic people, you know.
Oh, and the illegals.
You know, Islamic people are 10 times more horrible than illegals. I mean, I tell you what, we were talking about the Mexican population. You know, we need, and I do not understand, you know, obviously Donald Trump is not very smart. He's stupid. And the government has been stupid for decades. We need a lot of Mexican people to come into this country legally, immediately. And I tell you what, we have to. We don't have any workers, and we need them. And they can come.
No, that's a lie. We have workers. We have people who just refuse to work because the government gives them too much shit to stop them from working.
If you're an American,
put them to work. Cut off their benefits. Put them to work.
If you're an American teenager and everything, you have the right to live in your basement and play video games all day, George. That is just hatred. But the fact is that we have these kids, you know, and
I'm not just talking kids.
Yeah.
Once again, it goes to these overly educated people who feel like, oh, well, I've got this great education, but I'm not being successful. I'm not being successful, so I want to take from everybody else and give to me.
Yeah.
This is the Socialists of America movement.
I'm just making a top level point here. If we're gonna, if we want to bring in Mexicans, that's fine. Bring them in legally. Give them Social Security cards. We'll put them to work. But this Islamic people who are Islamic cannot be in this country. This is a Christian country, and yes, this is only a Christian country. If you're not Christian, get out. And that goes for all you leftists, you satanic people, you atheists. Only Christians are allowed in this country, and we have got to pass enough laws to change that and everything. Christians only, and get these Islamic people out or bring them to Christ. That's it.
So you bring up another.
I want
point.
What is it called? A theocracy.
A theocracy.
Yeah, I have no problem with that, folks. And you know what? There was a lot of people like me. Yes, and I do not know why our forefathers, when they started this country,
Because they didn't believe that this
They
would ever
didn't
be.
believe that there would ever be. I tell you, they didn't like Jewish
In
people.
11?
They didn't like Islamic people. Were there any in the Civil War?
So
I don't think so.
so
I don't think anybody with George
Mark,
Washington crossing had a
had a turban?
on.
in 11 of the 13 colonies, when we decided to go for our independence, in
Yeah.
11 of the 13 colonies, to hold office, you had to swear allegiance to a Christian God to hold office. This was a Christian country. Don't let anybody ever try to tell you otherwise. It was all based on Christianity.
Yeah.
We
We got enough problem with the Christians.
we got enough problems with the Christians.
Yeah, we don't need
Don't get me
any of
started
the
with
other
the
people.
Catholics.
We don't need any of that.
No, but you bring up a point about Mexico. Mexico was just voted as the nicest place in the world.
Really?
No.
I thought Indiana was.
No, the nicest place in the world to visit and vacation at.
Really, Mexico?
So why are they all coming here? If it's so great, why is everybody trying to come here? It's great. They just told us so. It's voted the best. I like going there on vacation.
Yeah.
I
Well, the places that are vacationed and are heavily guarded and armed.
Mark, I'm going to tell you right
Nice.
now. I stayed out of Mexico. Every vacation, people are like, "Do you want to go to Mexico?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "Yeah, but it's cheaper than some of the other places you want to go." I said, "I don't care. I don't want to go to Mexico.
Mhm.
I don't want to." I've been to Mexico a few times now.
Mhm.
Mexico is beautiful. The resort places are beautiful. Those people make a good wage because people like me, yes, I know all the time. Oh, but your tips are included. Yeah, I hear that. But guess what? If you're doing me a service and you're good at your service, I'm tipping you. Because I am. Because that's what you should do. Well, yeah, but you've already prepaid for your tips. It was included. I've heard this from people I've been on vacation with. I don't want to name names. But I'm like, okay, so you want to be cheap because what you paid for makes sure that everybody gets a little bit of money. I'm giving direct pay to people who are taking direct care of me.
I'd rather.
And they deserve it. Because if they're taking good care of me, where I don't have to get out of the pool, where I can just float around in the pool and drink all day, or I can float around in the ocean and they're going to bring me drinks to the ocean, you deserve it. So keep up the good work. But hey, we want to thank our sponsors today.
Do we?
Sure.
Do we really want to thank
Sure.
them? Okay.
Got plumbing problems? Look no further than Towhead Plumbing, your local plumbing experts. Need a new faucet installed or an old one repaired? We've got you covered. Is your toilet giving you trouble? We specialize in toilet installation, replacement, and repairs. Thinking about a new garbage disposal or replacing the old one? Call us. Need a new dishwasher? We handle dishwasher installations and replacements with ease. And don't forget those outdoor hose bibs. We repair them too. For fast, reliable service, call Towhead Plumbing today at 704-813-5653. Your home deserves the best, and so do you.
And we're back.
So, do you have any good news?
Man, Mark, I've got a couple good news.
Do you?
Yeah, first good news. So there was a Senate hearing this week where one Dr. Anthony Fauci,
He's my hero, you know.
I know he's your hero. How to control people, I know.
Well, you know,
I know.
he got rid of a lot of old people. in this
Old
country.
white people.
Old white people
Yeah.
it was, you know.
Yeah. He almost got rid of you, didn't he?
No, I had COVID.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
He almost
I
got rid of you,
was
didn't he?
never in any danger. And but a couple of my friends and one of our mutual friends, one of the reasons that we know each other, really, let's give a shout out to Chuck Parker. Young man died of COVID.
Yeah.
Of course, he had other
Morbidities. Morbidities.
I don't know hardly anybody. I know, I think 6 to 8 people. I forget how the count is. I'll have to think about it. That died from COVID that I personally knew. All of them had other issues. You know, in fact, one of them, my friend's mother, was on her deathbed 2 weeks earlier, was just barely hanging on, caught COVID and died. And so she died of COVID. So Yeah, and she did. I don't have a problem with them counting it, but it was a horrible period of time. Everybody lied. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget Donald Trump is involved in this. He was a liar. He did horrible. We need to sit down and get everybody that was involved to own up. It wasn't just Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci is a piece of garbage and lied to us, but he was only the tip of the iceberg.
So let's get to the good news about it, though.
What good news?
So he pleaded the
fifth,
fifth like 111 times.
111 times, yeah.
Which means that
somebody had to count that too.
Yeah.
Imagine having that job. What do you do? What did you do today?
I drink every time he said I plead the fifth.
A fifth?
Yeah, even I'd get through a fifth. I'd probably get through a half gallon as much as he. So what he did was actually illegal.
Yeah.
Once you've been pardoned, because Joe Biden gave him an 11-year pardon. Mm-hmm. Plus, I don't think that was legal. And when you find out that if it was signed
done by the auto pen,
if it was done by the auto pen, you can probably throw it out. But once you are given immunity, you are not allowed to plead the fifth. You are not allowed to plead the fifth because you cannot incriminate yourself because you are immune from prosecution, so you cannot incriminate yourself. So therefore, you are not allowed to plead the fifth. So guess what? Now they can go after him and actually put him in prison. Will they have the stomach to do it? Will they do it? Probably not. But they should.
Here's the thing. Dr. Fauci could be a hero. He did something terribly wrong. But if he wouldn't plead the fifth and he would tell us what happened, who he told, the other people involved, it was not just Dr. Fauci, folks. He's a horrible person. He needs to be flown under the bus and put into prison. But I want to know the truth. I want to know all the names, and there are a lot of names. There are pharmaceutical companies that made billions and billions of dollars off this. It starts with
what's even more unfortunate, Mark, is that the people who still believe, that those shots,
there's still people wearing masks.
That those shots
helped. They kill people.
Will do anything for them.
They're killing people. We're finding with what I do, long COVID is a thing that is recognized by the United States.
And it's because of the vaccine.
And the vaccines are causing a lot of people problems. And who is the one that rushed to get the vaccine done? Who was that? Was it Donald Trump? And he, all these people need to be accountable. Not that we're going to put them all in prison, but we made mistakes. And the only way you can learn by your mistakes is sitting down, saying, what happened? What went wrong? Where did we make the mistakes? And there are some people that were criminally and should be in jail because of this. And there are a lot of people. I mean, the pharmaceutical companies made billions and cannot be sued. That was the agreement. Come on, folks. That's
when somebody's asking for an agreement to make sure that they can't be sued.
The vaccine is just garbage.
Yeah, but other good news. I got a second good news story.
That was good news.
Yeah, that he can now go to prison.
Good news.
I mean, Mark derailed it. Sidebar.
Well, I would say you don't have to go to prison, Fauci. Tell us what you know. Tell us what you know.
You know what?
Tell us what you know.
You know what? Here's the good thing.
I'm sorry. Just say, if I was Fauci, I'd be scared to death right now that somebody's going to kill him.
Nope. Even better.
What?
Even better. They sued Alex Jones. They sued Alex Jones for misinformation and hit him with $1 billion lawsuit and found him liable for misinformation and lying or whatever, right? Your pardon does not cover personal lawsuits. It does not cover being being held liable for lying to people and spreading misinformation. So people can go after him directly and actually sue him directly and sue him into the ground and take everything from him.
Yes,
Think
they
about
should.
that.
Well,
Think
he
about
should.
that. That would be even better than him going to prison, is watching him lose everything.
Including that portrait above his desk.
Yeah, including the giant portrait of himself that he has above his own desk. Narcissist much? I think not.
Yeah.
Second good news story. Country music, baby, it's back.
Yeah.
Country music is
never left me. but
country.
go ahead.
Yeah, me neither. Country music is dominating the Hot 100 charts
Good.
again.
Good.
And unfortunately, there is no rock music right now. You look at the rock bands and who people are going to see, and these guys are all in their like 70s and 80s because the media and the corporations, they didn't like rock music because it is American and it is freedom like country music is. But they couldn't get rid of country music. But man, they have destroyed rock music. Name one big rock band right now that isn't from the 80s, 90s, or earlier than that. There is none. There really is none. There really isn't any that are, hey, look at this, there is no new Guns N' Roses. There is no new Metallica. There is no new Megadeth.
Beatles. Greatest group ever. The Beatles.
Yesterday. But country music back. Langley and her song "Choosing Texas" has now topped the Billboard charts for 15 weeks. She is that song. The song's catchy. I didn't think it's that great. It's catchy. It's wonderful. It's great.
Just a second.
It's great,
The
but
reason it's selling and it's so great is because she is hot. That girl is hot. No? You don't like her?
You don't think she's attractive?
You don't even know who she is. Goodbye.
Oh my!
Is there any music?
You're right there, doom scrolling. Look up Ellen Langley and take a look at her.
They put Ellen Langley, Caitlin Clark, and
No.
a couple other people of the three-headed monster that is attacking the liberal press and everything. That these three women are
Ellen Langley.
are saving America or whatever. I forget.
Can I just say, definitely listening to us, because the first thing I type in EL is Ellen.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
because she's huge. It's not listening to you.
Okay.
It's because she is huge.
She's just huge. When you've had the number one song for 15 weeks, you become huge, and everybody's
What's that other song? I think you love me.
I think you love me.
Good song. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's kind of cute too.
Yeah.
But hey, country music's back, and we're doing. Yeah,
Oh,
see?
now he
Yeah.
likes
Oh,
her. Now he
likes
sees her and
Yeah.
how
Now
hot
he-
she is.
And I
And,
was like, oh,
and she's got a great voice.
she's pretty
She's no
okay.
Hannah.
And she's a God-fearing woman because she said that
Yeah.
she's turned to God instead of drugs and alcohol.
Well, that
like
was
she
the
used
other
to.
thing about these three women is they're conservative, leaning.
I don't. Yeah,
Leaning.
Maybe.
Here's the thing: they're not crazy. They could be very liberal
Mark.
in our president. They're just not crazy.
Mark.
So they're under the conservative band.
Listen,
Just like Bill Maher.
I hate to point out whenever Mark's wrong.
I was wrong.
I don't like to do that, but I
No,
want to tell
don't.
Mark, you're wrong.
Okay. Why?
Of course they're crazy. They're women.
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying. Crazy politically.
Crazy politically. Okay,
all these non-crazy.
Disclaimer.
John Fetterman.
He's still crazy.
They
politically.
don't. The Democrats don't want anything to do with him because
He still votes with them.
and he still votes with them all the time, and they still want to throw him under the bus because he's not crazy enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bill Maher is the same way. They practically making him a conservative.
Well, he said
radical Republican.
he said he's probably going to end up having to vote for J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio, whoever it is. So he's going to have to, because who's going to vote for him?
We need to talk about that sometime, because it's going to be J.D. Vance and Rubio is going to be his vice. That's what we need. and
Or vice versa. I don't care either
Republicans,
one.
that's what we need. And those are two young men,
Yep.
younger,
Yep.
and two.
And then they can bring Ron DeSantis into the administration as well. That maybe they can make him Secretary of State because he's almost done in Florida
Yeah.
because he can't run for another term for governor of Florida. Which I'm sorry, Florida. I mean, you guys are going to have a great loss because look what he's done down there. Holy cow, is he?
And they
really
should,
made that
they should
state great.
find a place for AOC in their administration. You know.
Yeah, they need a dog catcher.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe somebody to make drinks for the White House briefings. I bet she's good. I bet she was a good bartender.
I bet she wasn't.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You know, nobody looks into this is what gets me on the press. Here's a story that everybody cares about and nobody's doing. What kind of bartender was AOC? Did she make good tips?
Oh, she probably made good tips.
Did she know how to mix the drinks?
Probably not.
I mean, she.
I tell you what, you can tell a lot by a bartender by the first Long Island iced tea they make.
Yeah.
If their Long Island iced tea is too sour or too sweet and not just right, you know they suck.
But these are important American questions that are not being answered by the press.
They are.
We
demand answers.
Maybe we should do some investigation. Maybe we need an investigative reporter going out and interviewing AOC. Yeah, maybe.
But hey,
where do they get a hold of us?
We want to thank everybody for joining us. So, Mark, where do they get a hold of us?
Well, they can email me at mark@damngoodquestion.org.
.org.
They can get us on Facebook.
The book.
They can see us on
The
X.
X.
We are also on Rumble. We are also on YouTube. And with all the other people in the world, we are on Spotify. Did I miss one, sir? That's it, isn't it?
By the way, Spotify counts so Spotify counts 12,000 plays of a song as equivalent to buying one album. What?
I know.
What? Okay, but anyways, hey, we want to thank everybody for joining us.
The music industry is all messed up right now. There's lots
They need somebody to come in, create a killer song, maybe like called "Ride 'Em Cowboy."
Yeah, maybe.
And fix this industry.
Yeah,
it's time.
Well, there's never been easier to be opportunities and to be popular on your own. And it's never been more unfair to make money out of music. It's a weird time, and I will.
But we want to thank everybody for joining us. We hope you guys go out there, have a great weekend, have an amazing week. God bless. Until next time. See ya.